is something that is so unique about this number one verse of Psalm 91. It talks about some people. Is that all right? It's talking about a group of people, if I can say that. Now, what is unique about this group of people? It says these people, they do what? Look at the NLT. It says this group of people do what? They live in where? In the shelter of who? Stop right there. What is the meaning of the word live? To dwell, to reside, make it a home. Any other one? A permanent residence. So if you're living in a place, can somebody call you a stranger there? No, it's possible. So God is talking about peculiar people. Say with me, peculiar people. Say with me, peculiar people. So God is talking about peculiar people. And it says they live where? In the shelter of who? It's not talking about where you live in your home. Because you could be living in a home where God's presence is not there. And it says they find in that shelter, in that place of residence, where God dwells with them. It says they find what? What is it that they find? How many of you are looking for rest today? No. Let me announce to somebody. How many of you are looking for rest today? Because I know God's rest is coming to you. I say I already know God's rest is coming to you. You can distinguish between the shelter, the home, the resident, and what? The shadow. You can live in a shelter. You can live in a home. But the shadow might be missing there. Rest from the Almighty God can only be obtained where? The shadow. The word shadow, write it down quickly. It's called by different people the presence of God. I usually call it the powerful, protective presence of God, the shadow. Who is their refuge? God alone. They have no substitute for God. Their work cannot substitute for God. Their career or profession cannot replace God. The only thing that's in the place of God for them is the Elohim God. What is another declaration they will make? My place of what? Where is that safety? We just talked about it. Under that shadow. Write it down. 4 specific declarations of those who truly live in the shelter or the secret place of God and find rest under His presence. Number 1 is they know He alone is their refuge. They know. Number 2, that He is their place of safety, a fortification, a fortress. And they also know that He alone is their God. He has no substitute. And they know that they can do what? They can trust Him. Is that the God that you have come to worship today? Because of the confidence they have in this God, to make this type of bold declaration as unique people of God. Look at what verse 3 says. Let's go to that verse 3, please. Verse 3. This says, for who? Talking about who? Talking about who? That God. For the God they have placed their trust, that is alone their refuge. The one who alone is their place of safety, security. It says He will do what? He will rescue them from what? Some trap is not saying that they will not find themselves in a place they could easily be trapped. Don't get, because some of you might be thinking, why am I, so how come that I don't get delivered from some of the things? When God says he will rescue them, it means they find themselves in a difficult places. And the God whom they have placed their trust, who alone is their God, they have no substitute for him, will show up in their situation to do what? Rescue them. He will rescue them from every trap, number one. Number two, what else will he do? He will protect you from what? He will protect them from what? It did not say that they will not experience deadly disease. It did not say that, oh, deadly disease will not be around. We all experienced that during COVID. Some of us had COVID several times. But did they rescue us? Did they deliver us? If you can't say yes, it means you're a liar. Because you could have been among the millions of people that COVID-19 died of it or killed. So if you're alive today, God actually has done what? Protected you from what? Because people who are younger, who are older, who are better, who are richer, that disease took them away. But you escaped them. Number 3, verse 4. It says he will do what? He will cover you with his what? Feathers. It says he will shelter you with his wing. It will make his wing to be what? Like a house for you. A dwelling place. That if you find yourself in difficult situations or circumstances, wherever you go, because he is with you, he's going with you, you are carrying his tangible presence with you. And it can protect you against all of these spiritual and physical predators.